Hey guys, Raphael here, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Did you say podcast? Dudes, dudettes! You're listening to the podcast on the Geekcast Radio Network.
Hi, this is Bobby Curnow, Chief Turtle Editor at IDW Publishing, and you are going to have a shell of a good time inside the pull bag.
You've just jumped inside the pull bag. Join TFG1 Mike and the rest of the comic crew here at the GCRN as they make their great escape into comics. From DC, Marvel, and Image to IDW, Boom Studios, and Zenescope, we have everything right here. We cover things like Transformers, He-Man, superheroes, TMNT, and Radiant Black. Yeah, we have all that and so much more. It's all inside the pull bag here on the Geekcast Radio Network. So, without further ado, it's time to talk about the comics we're reading right now, here inside the pull bag.
Hello and welcome to The Pull Bag. This is episode 423. That's right, 423 episodes. We are in the middle of August, and it is still our TMNT month this year. And holy crap, is there a lot to talk about here in IDW Publishing's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm, of course, TFG Mike, but I am not alone. As always, joining me is Mr. Joe Reed. Hello, sir.
Hello. Always happy to join you for Turtle Time.
Of course.
And it is getting exciting now. What a heck of a perfect time for Turtle Month here as we come up to issue 100 pretty soon here.
That's right. We are covering Volume 23, City at War, Part 2. This is issues 96 through 100 in this trade. However, we are going to stop this podcast episode just after we finish issue 99 because Shredder in Hell takes place before issue 100, so that kind of has to come before we actually talk about issue 100. So that'll be its own episode later on in the month, if that makes any sense to anybody besides me.
I get it.
Yep. And, I mean, 98 and 99 were huge issues, so, I mean, we'd be here for 7 hours talking about 99, 98, 99, and 100.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As always, the story was done by Kevin Eastman, Bobby Curnow, and Tom Waltz. The script was done by Tom Waltz. The art in this is done by Michael Dainalius and Dave Wachter. Both of them are on this one. Additional art by Matthias Santaluco, Adam Gorham, Dan Duncan with Corey Smith. Awesome. All
veterans.
Adam, I don't recognize his name, but everybody else, all veterans. Obviously, colors done by Rhonda Pattinson. Letters done by Sean Lee. Series edits by Bobby Curnow. The main cover for this was done by Sophie Campbell. They have everybody in on this one. Obviously, TMNT, based on characters created by Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman. City at War, Part 2. Man, what a skull.
Huh, yeah.
And we pick up where we left off last episode of the podcast, where Jenica is now a mutant turtle because they had to fix her blood and Leo had to do the transfusion and Jenny's now a mutant.
This caused so much controversy on the internet in the Ninja Turtle fan groups. I think initially a lot of people found Jenica to be, before she was mutated, kind of just a humdrum background character.
Mm-hmm.
And little did any of them know that was all groundwork for this moment right here. They've been planning this, since 53?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
And
whenever she got introduced, whatever the introductory issue was for her, which was, like you said, 51, 53, whenever it was, they've been planning this for the past 40-something issues. And I have to say this right now. Number one, they did an amazing job. Number two, I swear to God, the next person I hear compares this to Venus de Milo from Next Mutation, I'm going to smack their face right off their head. Because this is nothing like that. This is not just putting in a character just to have a female turtle. Like you said, they spent almost 40 issues building up who she is, and that shocking moment of when she gets stabbed in the previous trade in issue 95. Like I've said before when we're doing these episodes, I've held on to these trades since they got released. As soon as the Turtles trades get released, most of the time, I buy them up immediately, and I'm like, okay, we'll do this at some point. And then whatever's going on in my life or your life or whatever, I figure out, okay, when can we do this? And this is when we're going to do this now. And it's like, before reading for recording these podcasts, I just let these sit in my Comixology. I did not read them because I wanted the reaction I had last episode with the stab when she gets. It's like, that's a genuine reaction because I just like, it isn't like, oh, I read that like a week ago. I remember when that happened. No, it's like genuine shock because I fucking stabbed her.
Yeah, the people that do complain about this, about Jenny now being a turtle and that there's a girl turtle, like, I would like to hear how they think it should have happened. Because this was as elegant as it possibly could have been, and not at all a ham-fisted attempt at affirmative action. Is that only race, or can it be like a sex female equality thing? But like, representation matters. Like, I teach inner city students, the representation matters. People that are not like me notice, and even though they're green turtles, it doesn't, and people realize that there aren't any female turtles, and this is a genuine character. This is not a marketing ploy. This is not the affirmative action hire. This is brought in really well, and there's so many story points that they can hit from this now, because you have four turtles that have been raised, the four brothers that have been raised together, and now her, she's part of the family, but she's not. They get to connect that way and learn to be around each other that way. But right now they don't have time.
They don't have time for any of that.
It just happened. And she's freaked out.
She's freaked out. Leo's about to pass out. And Lindsay's like, he's fine. Sugar level's just a bit low at the moment. And she's confused, which I like, that because she's so disoriented because of this physiological change in her, she doesn't know what happened. She doesn't remember what happened. And no, Karai did stab you. And well, you were losing. It really
was only about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Before that commercial break we had, I love this. I love how Donnie's trying to explain this to her. I love how Leo, at least before he passed out, was like, "Oh, okay, you're good. I did my part of the job in order to save you because of what happened in the last issue with the destroying of the U's and whatever." And I just love the shocked look in her eyes, and just the way the brow is furrowed, and yeah, she's a mutant. And is it permanent? I don't know. We get to Angel, and she's trying to figure out, Angel and Alopex, they're trying to figure out what's going on with Jenny and all of that.
Yeah, like all these people are calling the turtles. Hey, how's Jenny? Did you get her to the hospital? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jenny's okay.
yeah. They're all skirting around the issue. No pun intended. Yeah, exactly. They're all very, very, very much skirting around the issue, but yeah. Alex been on the way, I hope. And we cut to the Mafia Don's office building. What's his name? Tony something. I forget. Fuzarelli. No, it's something else. I don't remember. Anyway, so there's this meeting with these mob people, and I remember Splinter saying stuff about, I'll handle the mobsters, my way kind of thing. And here comes Yumiko. What the hell? Wait, she's...
So this is one of those scenes here where the Foot Clan Splinter's people march into this building and just start murdering fools. Yep. And I say, how did Nickelodeon allow this? Like, I'm not gonna complain, but wow.
I personally think that, and you have two sons, I personally think that most parents that were fans of either the old cartoon, the old movies, the new movies, the old comics, whatever, most will read this series and say to themselves, this is for me. Mm-hmm. Like, how old is Oliver right now? Oliver is your oldest son. How old is he currently?
I think he's 10. We lost count because of the pandemic, so I'd have to do the math. Okay. Yeah, he's 10.
Okay. I seriously doubt you're going to show this to your 10-year-old at the time of him being 10 years old. You might show this to him when he's 15, 16. Hell, you may not show this to him until he's, 18 or, an adult and things. So it's like, I seriously don't think parents, like, if a kid goes into a comic shop, there are plenty, like, you look at IDW's Marvel Action line or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm sure, and I wish that this was still going on. I don't think it is, but when they were doing the TMNT New Adventures, the other one, the more kid-friendly version one, I wish IDW was still doing that, but I get that they're not, and that's fine. But seriously, this comic is so not for children.
Yeah, it's really funny. You say that, and I realize that one of my comic stores in town, Ninja Turtles, is on the kids' rack.
Oh, you need to talk to them.
Yeah, especially these issues here. For sure.
Because there's
see, I don't even think about that. I just it's because up until then it's kind of mostly been adult themes done tastefully and with vague references, but yeah, I mean they beheaded the Shredder.
I mean this is tasteful, but it's this panel here where nobody is getting in or out without our say. Yeah. With all the foot soldiers attacking the guard, it's tasteful art, but it's not art that a child needs to be looking at.
Yeah, Oliver's a softie. He wouldn't.
Oh no.
He'd be like, okay, Dad, I'm done with this one, thank you.
Yeah, no, and you know what? They curse throughout like I said. And it's okay. It's okay that this comic is what it is. I'm not sitting here saying that the IDW, we've been covering it since 2011. Well, the podcast, we've been covering this since January of 2014. I have never in all that time, in 7 years, said, show this to your kids. I've said in the past, this is for every TMNT fan that has ever been that is our age. That is,
this is for the adult fans.
Yeah, at least 25 years or older, kind of thing. It's for us. It's for us that grew up with all this stuff. And that's why the cartoon now is as far as I can tell, very childlike, because that's where. And I think that's probably why. And I don't know because I don't work at Nickelodeon. I can't talk about what the execs at Nickelodeon say, but I would assume, and I'm probably making an ass out of myself by saying this is for us adults. The current cartoon Rise of the TMNT, while I'm sure we may find some enjoyment in it, I don't know. I've only seen one episode, and it's just really not my favorite animation style, but that's past that. I have no opinion of the current cartoon. That's for kids. This is for us.
Yep.
It's just the way it is. So Yumiko and the rest of the foot soldiers are breaking into the building. Puzzarelli, that's his name. Don Puzzarelli. That's the boss's name. Oh shit, ninjas. You gotta be kidding me. And man, you talk about really awesome art. You look at Yumiko here flinging the size. If I didn't know any better, if I didn't realize that was her, I would have thought, if I had just seen this panel, damn, Raph, why you kill those humans, dude? Come on.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. Getting away with murder, literally.
Yeah, somebody please play the Papa Roach song, Getting Away with Murder. Yeah. And basically, Puzzarelli is just like, please wait, whatever your boss wants, you got it, just don't kill me. Goodbye. And boom.
And Splinter is okay with this.
Well, he's the one that set it up. This isn't Kurai's Foot Clan yet.
Nope.
It's Master Splinter, and he said in the last trade, I will deal with the mob bosses, and that's the way he's dealing with them. And it kind of sucks that he's gone that far, but I mean, hey, I don't know. So April is spying on Stockman here, who is talking to Madame Null, or Madame New, or whatever her name is, from Null. I'm not the biggest fan of the Null stuff. If there's anything in here, I'm not that big of a fan of the EPF stuff either, but at least that so far has had a decent enough backstory. The Null stuff, it just, okay, it's here.
Yeah, it came in sideways through the Mutanimals door, and I don't think it was adequately covered in that. And I don't know, it had there was a reason for it existing in the old Archie comics. It filled a place. It feels kind of tacked on in here. But at least it's still an interesting take on the character, and maybe we'll get more time with Null at some point in the future.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, she's basically, telling him that, Null is going to handle the red, you make the money, and we'll all benefit, particularly for me, from the yield of mutant genetics. Meanwhile, as mayor, your hands will be clean.
Yeah, so she wants to run StockGen while Stockman is mayor.
Yeah.
Is it StockGen or is it? It's she mentions TCRI. Did he take that over?
I don't think so. Is that what she mentions?
Yeah, I'll bring this to your attention because I know you'll soon be in a similar situation at TCRI.
Okay, yeah.
He must have moved in.
Maybe he did.
Crazy panel.
Well, there they are. It's the mutant turtles. All clear, it's the purple dragons.
Not something you expect a turtle to say. Aren't they the bad guys? No, because Casey Jones is leading the purple dragons now.
Yep. She's a little bit wobbly. In the alley. Right over there, Hefe. Move. Casey wants through. Great, hon. Where's Jenny? And out of my way, blah, blah, blah. Jenny, you okay? Oh, no. Wait,
what'd they do to you? So Casey first seeing who... I think he was making moves on making her a girlfriend, but now she's a turtle.
I kind of like that Casey is kind of lost here.
Yeah.
Just as much as I enjoyed the last podcast episode where we saw him and Jenny in the last trade where they were kind of dating and kind of, like you said, boyfriend, girlfriend, and going on the motorbike ride and everything else. And now he's just kind of lost feeling and he doesn't know which way to, he has a reaction here, but he doesn't actively, he's not like his fucking father. He's not like Hun. Mutants. He sits here and says, I'm glad you're alive, Jenny. Really, it's just, I gotta go right now. Make sure everything's clear on the way to Angel's house. I'll see you over there, okay?
So Jenica's hurt a little bit just because of his reaction, and I like this very real moment because we know that Casey's a cool dude.
Yeah.
But in his head, he had this future kind of maybe worked out, or he knew where it was going to go, but now she's a turtle, and that's just kind of weird. Like, I see that. And we'll just give him some time and see what happens, and I feel bad that Jenny got hurt, but I think Casey will come around.
I think he will, too. He ain't like his damn father. Back off, hon. Or what? You gonna turn me into a slimy lizard if I don't? No lizards.
At this moment bothered me when I read it. Leo draws swords on Hun, and I don't know. You don't take your sword out of your scabbard unless you're gonna stab somebody with it, and I know Leo wouldn't cut up Casey's dad.
I don't think he would, but I think it's more of a tactic for Leo to show his anger, kind of like Leo is not Raph. Leo is not the angry turtle. Leo is the leader. Leo is the Boy Scout. But at this point, after Jenny, and I think it changed him. You always talk about the people that need the transfusions, and you do always talk about the people that donate for the transfusions. But for this, we see her end of it, of being transformed from human to mutant. Now we're seeing Leo's end of it, where Leo, I think it changed him, that he donated his blood to her. I'm not saying he got some of her human blood in him or anything like that. And obviously Leo was a human before, because, this is his second lifetime at this point. But it's one of those things where something in him has changed significantly between them having to rescue Jenny and the point of where he actually, where they thought, we could just, make her human. And the point of where he has to step in and finish off and give the ooze and give his blood. So I think that is what kind of sets him off here. Mm-hmm. Because he did give his blood to Jenica, he has a deeper connection to her, kind of thing. I could be wrong.
Protective older brother sort of thing.
Pretty much, yeah.
That I think there's a lot of Leo's dealing with a tremendous amount of stress. None of the options that he has, none of the plans that he could put together is a good plan right now. Everything is just collapsing.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I like Donnie. After the way Casey reacted, I'm not so sure she's the one we need to be worried about.
So with the Mutanimals.
Yep, we go back to the Mutanimals, and Raph shows up. And he's basically getting called home here.
Yep, Raph had been working with the Mutanimals out of his anger and frustration for the Turtles not really doing anything to help Jenny at that time. He's like, I gotta go somewhere where I can do something. And the Mutanimals are up to shenanigans, but
they're
we
up
don't find out what it is because Raph gets called home.
Yeah, not yet we don't, but they're up to something, and I like how Sally and Mondo are kind of like, I'm not so with this old Hob stuff anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get there, but, man, if you'd have told me back whenever, what was it, issue 3 or 4, whatever, in the very beginning, when we were first introduced to Hob, when he was before he got mutated, like, if you told me that little cat would have turned into this old fucker, yikes.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised that old Hob made it this far in the series. He was a new character then. People were like, why don't we just have the Shredder in it instead of this turtle, this cat guy? And, but yeah, he's made the long haul here and has turned into an interesting character that just feels like another one of the turtle characters.
Absolutely. And I remember 7 years ago when we started this, there was one moment where I said to you, I don't know about this, but you were like, wait, it's fine, it's okay. And for those that don't remember that moment, go back to the very first episode of our Turtles coverage. It's the moment where they all had just the red bandanas, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. I thought they were just going to be not redoing the Mirage storylines, but just redoing that style of, they all have the same. And then obviously we find out what happens, and you guys can go through the last 7 years of episodes. You can go back and listen to all that stuff. But like when new characters come into this in any way that like you with the nobody thing with Angel, like Angel was just a human character. She was kind of friends with Casey and all that and everything else. They kind of grew up together, whatever. But then she goes and becomes, robotic suit nobody, and it's awesome and it's interesting and it's very, very good. Holy shit, Karai's behind him. So we get to the Foot Clan. Splinter's going to turn in for the night. And there's that blood sword again.
Karai is already there.
Mm-hmm. I haven't come for tea, mutant. I've come for your head.
And Splinter's just totally nonchalant about this. Like, yeah, I knew you were there the whole time. I'm impressed that you were able to get here.
Yeah.
Of course I could. Been trained my whole life.
Mm-hmm. And I was not this panel here. Repulsive it may be, child, but it is all I have, and I intend to keep it even at my age. It remains useful, as does. I was not expecting. Splinter has become, he's always been this way, but in this comic, in this series, he has become basically, if anyone that's listening to this, because I don't know if you guys watch Big Brother at all?
No.
Okay. So, quick thing just for you, because hopefully most of our listeners will have at least known what it is. Big Brother is a CBS reality TV show. It's going on 21 years at this point. It was the show that started up right after Survivor, and it's basically the opposite of Survivor. Survivor is survive the wilderness kind of thing. Big Brother is survive humans, where it's like
like Walking Dead.
No, not survive zombies. No. Yeah. I got the joke, but that ain't funny. No. It's basically you survive living with other humans. It's basically indoors, and you live in rooms and you share beds and this, that, and the other thing, and you're cut off from society for 3 months. No phone, no text, no nothing. You don't get to watch any news. You don't read any news. So it's a reality game show. And one of their main taglines for the last 20 years has been expect the unexpected. And expect the unexpected is definitely something that you always should apply to Master Splinter, because as does his tail. I was not expecting him to do this to Karai.
Yeah. Have you trained for that?
Yeah, really. Devious rat.
And this is a good point. I've trained 2 lifetimes to strike unexpectedly.
Exactly, yep. Guards to me. And she brings up a good point, but he goes point for point with her. Here with, he wouldn't accept her challenge, and he just didn't want to, the disagreement would be death and this, that, and the other thing. And so instead you chose war. No, child. No, it was you who chose war. She came as a general leading an army. Oh, Lord. I wasn't as shocked with this as I was with Splinter's tail move, though. Because, a general leading an army, okay, I know what's happening now.
Yeah.
And,
it was right up right until the rip and the rip panel of this mole guy coming out of the ground, and I finally remembered the mole toy from the old action figure line. Mole, I can't even remember his name, but there was a mole. He was a gray action figure. I'll have to look it up.
Cool. Huh. So she's talking about their weaknesses and, important lessons and premeditated attack against his helpless Chunin. My grandfather taught me about your unbridled rage, Hamato Yoshi, and I used that knowledge to send you on a misguided quest for retribution. And now Koya and the foot. The game is afoot. And that's how this one ends. Yikes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wow. That is awesome. I love this. Part 2. Main cover done by Dave Wachter. That is a nice. To quote the old cartoon, that's a nice slice. City at War, Part 2, I think?
5.
Part 5. Oh, yeah, Part 5. Duh. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking of. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night. And when you move, you are finished. Fall like a thunderbolt. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. So it's Karai and her mutants against Splinter. And
Dirtbag was the name of the rat. Not the rat, the mole.
The mole, Dirtbag.
Looks nothing like this guy, but and I'm not sure that this guy's a mole even.
Yeah. He kind of looks like one, but not really.
I don't remember his name either.
No, I don't either.
But he's spooky and creepy.
Mm-hmm. But Splinter puts him out in like 2 shocks.
Yeah, so this is another thing that I'm surprised Nickelodeon let him get away with. Splinter directly killing somebody.
Yeah.
I think there are probably, like, Disney has rules about Mickey Mouse. Like, his ears always have to be circles that are next to each other, no matter which way his head is facing. You can do whatever you want with him, but that's one of the rules. And I thought the rule. I know the turtles can't kill.
Right.
The turtles aren't allowed to. I would have expected that to go to Master Splinter, but I think there may have been some really fun meetings between Bobby, Kevin, and the Nickelodeon execs saying, no, trust us, we're going somewhere with this. You've got to let him. There's reasons.
Yep. And the bad guys are coming. There. Yes, I see. And, yeah. Bludgeon and Koya and the foot and all that. And
is his name actually Mungo fighting Bludgeon?
Is it?
I think it is. Mungo's with the kids. One of the elite guards says either earlier or later.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I control it just as I control all the forces unleashed against you today. The high ground will soon belong to me. So we have a montage here of all of Karai's soldiers taking up with, trying to basically make all of Yoshi's Splinter's allies helpless.
Mm-hmm.
Cut to the police. I think I heard gunshots. What should we do, Sarge? Nothing. You know the rules about this place. EPF jurisdiction only. If something's going on down in there, it ain't none of our concern, kid. Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Okay, then. I love it when it's the 3 of them, but I always love it when Raph comes back, because he always does. He always does it with a surprise. There's breaching ropes all around this place. Raph, you got pepperoni.
So, he went and got him from the lair, which is staked out.
Yep. At least we know it was taking you so damn long. And nobody said you had to wait for me. Yeah, well, that's what families do. Wait here, girl. I gotta go help grumpy Uncle Leo. I love that. I love that. I just love that.
Yeah, and I think it's just more of that indication of Leo feeling like he's lost control over the situation, that he is angrier than usual, more frustrated.
We have Metalhead at the EPF interrogating Libby and Harold. I love Harold.
Yeah.
I love them both, actually. But yeah, I absolutely love it.
He's another one of the side characters that became a main character, and I think he'll be around in the Turtleverse for a long time. He's just too entertaining.
Yeah, he better be. Death is easy, comedy is hard. And no, I won't be losing any sleep over the teleporter being gone. It's not the only pain in the ass machine of mine I'd like to see relegated to the trash heap for good.
He stares hard at Metalhead. Yeah, you.
Yep.
Yeah, they have a nice battle of wills here. Where Metalhead is like this pinnacle of artificial intelligence, and he's doing whatever he can to make himself more intelligent. But Lilja and wife doctor, whose name I don't have memorized yet, Libby, are. So you're intelligent, but you don't have ingenuity, intuition, imagination, and this is like maybe not deliberately planting a seed. It's planting a seed for us, preparing us to realize that Metalhead is dealing with inadequacies that he's trying to make up for, but won't be able to.
Yeah.
But they're planting a seed with him that, Bishop, even though he says he's going to give you all this technology, like, no, you think he's going to let you have that? And he doesn't get it. Metalhead doesn't get it.
No, he doesn't. Because, not yet anyway. We cut back to Brooklyn and Angel's place, and wow, I didn't realize that Brooklyn was kind of the same. He's not as bad as Hun, but I didn't realize he was the way he,
I forgot who he was.
Brooklyn, that's her dad.
Okay.
That's Angel's dad.
Did he own the bar downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, he's a little mutant prejudice.
A little bit. And we got Jones and Jones. And I don't remember if we ever asked Bobby or if we ever mentioned it on any of our other shows. Brooklyn Bridge, really? That's his name?
Oh my gosh.
Really? Seriously?
Oh.
Really? Like, I don't have a problem with it, really, but it's just one of those things where I did not really realize, because I think I only ever saw his first name, and then she calls him Mr. Bridge. And then, oh, look, black and yellow assassins attack.
Who are these guys? Because I don't remember where they came from.
Assassins, but not foot.
Not foot.
And not in my house. Oh, no. And Jenny comes in and kicks ass. And now, if Hun wasn't such a jackass, I would really love this panel. I would love it if Hun and Casey could actually work together like they are currently to beat these assassins and whatever. And Jenica mentions it later when she suits up because Alopex gives her, I think right here in this panel, part of the yellow belt here. Alopex rips it off, and that's how she ends up making Jenny's mask later. I did not notice that until just now.
Yeah, I saw her bend down to pick it up, but
I saw her bend down to pick up something later, and then I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, right, now I got it. And they escape. Where are they? Took off. I'm guessing back to Karai. So maybe they are foot.
No, and not until Karai becomes leader of the Foot. They're probably assassins she hired or
yeah, probably
that are working under her. Yeah, but here comes Casey. He's got it figured out. You know, the thing I've always dug about you, Jenica, is how tough you are. How you've got your friends' backs no matter what. Angel's right. And he's giving her the katana and gives her a hug. Casey's back. But going through Casey's head's like, I'm still not going to date you, but...
Well, that's probably going through Hun's head because stupid kid. Hun, shut up. Wait, Dad, let him go. He'll be all right. You know your old man. He's always a hothead first. 8 signatures in residence, sir. No, not yet, Sergeant. Keep our strike teams focused on our primary targets. But don't lose sight of this gentleman. This is where the EPF wants to talk to Hun. We have Splinter versus Karai and her mutants. So he didn't kill him.
Yeah, I think something happened because of that sword. The soulless, no, deathless. And in an earlier panel, Karai said something about them not... They'll serve her as long as she has that sword. And
that's what it is. No. That's what it is. The demon, the dude, Mole Man here, he is attached to the sword. Whoever has the sword controls him.
Okay.
That's what it is. That's okay. So even though it may have looked like... I think that's probably why that Nickelodeon didn't make a big stink about this, because Splinter didn't really kill him. It's made to look like he did, but he didn't.
At some point we're gonna have to interview Bobby again and say, what was that conversation like?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm hoping we can get to that this month, because I'm hoping we can do that just before we record for episode 1 or for issue 100, or maybe just after it. Looks like you've got your hands full. Or is that Finn's? And it's not so.
Yeah, I like this guy.
Yep.
Like he became like from a nobody in the background to fighting Bludgeon, and then he's throwing him around, and Bludgeon says, "Oh, this one's much stronger than he appears," and then Tattoo Lady comes in and goes, "Bah bah bah," shoots him. And I'm like, dang it! I just started to like that guy.
Yep.
Because he's protecting the kids.
Yep. And this panel of Splinter going against Karai, holy crap, that's good.
Colors by Rhonda Pattison.
Man, let me tell you, that woman, her colors, oh man, she makes it so damn good. And I know it's also lines, and it's also characters and drawings, and the people who actually do the art under the colors, but the colors make everything pop so well.
Yeah, there's a couple of panels in the next couple of issues that I think are amazingly done.
Yeah, absolutely. So the turtles climb the Technodrome, this is Foot headquarters, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, what the hell? Turtles, dudes. I think Koya just made us. And if she's here, that means Karai's making her move on Father.
Yep, and she made her move a long time ago.
True.
Well, like an hour and a half ago, and they're just getting there. And then this next panel is should be somebody's banner picture. Awesome.
Yeah. So I love these. So we see Koya, she sees them, and then we have the exchange of the 4 turtles. I'm like, hey, that's a video game select screen right there, pretty much. And then we see, this panel of them jumping down, and they are getting into the fight with the foot soldiers. And quit complaining and keep fighting. Raph's right. Don't stop. We've got to get inside. And here comes Bludgeon. Oh, crap. And, oh, wow. That's normally I expect that from Raph, but that's Mikey that says that. Oh, crap. I love Bludgeon's, and I mentioned this last episode, I love Bludgeon's
Daredevil vision.
Sonar. He basically is Daredevil vision. Like I said last episode, we're just one step away. Come on now, guys. Gotta get that Marvel crossover. There is only Splinter now.
He's tired. She's just dominating.
Oh, yeah.
She's going on monologuing.
Uh-huh. Ooh. That's how did they get away with that? That's what I want to know. Right basically into his eye.
Yep, giving him a good old scar there.
Mm-hmm. So the Turtles are trying to get to Splinter.
Continuing the fight.
Yep. Koya and Bludgeon.
The mole critter is down there now too, and it's the four of them.
The demon, yep. Good Lord. Wait, guys, look.
Hear me, Foot Clan.
Mm-hmm. Just wait, damn it. If we move on her, she'll cut Father down. Wait a minute. Who are they holding?
That's one of the kids.
Oh, it's one of the kids. That's right. Okay.
Yep, because they got to the kids.
That's right. So, yeah, they have one of the kids. And, refuse me, however, and you shall know the deadly truth of the unyielding power I control. You see before you the legendary weapon I possess, the Kira no Ken, and you see the remnants of Splinter's elite guard, the very best amongst you, destroyed by me for choosing to serve their rat master. Join me or die. Oh boy.
And all the Foot Clan kneel.
Yep.
And it's just the Turtles.
Yep. Okay, I can't take any more of this crap. I'm gonna end this now. You're not going anywhere, Raph. It's time to vanish. Okay. I know that's really not Leo's line normally. I was expecting Tatsu to show up somewhere, because god damn it, if that's not the first thing I think of when I see that word.
Ninja, vanish!
We won't, but this wouldn't be a fight, it'd be suicide. We need help. Oh, and that's the way this one ends, and now your defeat truly complete, Rat. Now you are truly alone.
Cold-blooded line.
Yeah. And as I've said multiple times, last episode, this episode, every episode we do, I am so glad I was not reading this in single issue, because I would have been stalking my comic book shop every month for these damn books. Oh, it's just so good. So what is this? This is 99, right? Yeah, this is 99.
98.
This is 98? Really?
This is 98. Yep.
Wow. Okay, issue 98. We start off with Hun at the waterfront, or at the dock, or wherever he is. He's got a bottle of beer in front of him and just throws it against the pylon. Stupid. On the contrary, a smart decision if you ask me. I didn't, but if you think you're so smart, whoever you are, you'll leave me the hell alone. And it's Bishop.
Wearing his Slash goggles. Wait, what are those?
Yeah, that's two Tokas, no
Yep.
Slash.
Yeah, he cloned Slash.
Yeah. And Hun's all in on this. So that's what Hun's up to so far. We get to a 5 a.m. wake-up call. And April is kind of shocked that she has a pepperoni pizza in her bed. Sort of, not really. It's very dinosaur-like.
I'm so excited or glad or it's interesting that Pepperoni, their pet dinosaur, is still around. Like that's from a weird miniseries way back in the early run, but they will not let Pepperoni go, and that is so cool.
They won't let Pepperoni go, but I think if they did, it would have to be something. Raph would go even more than where he's about to go now.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you get in here? Through the kitchen window. Sorry, we didn't want to wake you up. It's just we didn't have anywhere else to go. I love this scene. I love this scene for so many reasons. First of all, when April first comes down the stairs, it's a good thing Mr. Pennington doesn't show up. You know, can you guys hide? That's That's the first thing I think of when I see all of them sleeping there. You know, it just is. And then and even though they're not doing a kitchen table scene, the next thing I think of is, you know, you dirty rat, you killed my brother. Dirty rat.
You must be Splinter's favorite.
So they explain to April what's going on. We cut back to Karai and Splinter, and she throws him into
the crypt.
Shredder, where
Shredder was.
Yep. Because Shredder ain't there no more.
Yeah. Yeah, she thinks she's throwing him in there with the body, doesn't she? She doesn't go in.
Yeah, no. Yep. We cut back to April and the Turtles.
And Mikey making breakfast like a turtle do.
Breakfast, that's right, like a Mikey does, and smiley face bacon for April, and you know, thanks for everything, and this is perfect. And perfect. Done. So old Hob has his bomb, and they're gonna head to the election. And we have Mondo kind of spying on old Hob and Manta Ray.
Looking very uncomfortable at the seriousness of their plan.
Yeah. So we get back to Bishop and Hun, and Hun's controlling one of the Slash clones. And he's telling Bishop about, you know, Slash and the original Slash weapon whose DNA we culled to create these clones. I would like to think that Bishop got the DNA from Slash before he died.
It also wouldn't surprise me if he did indeed scrape him out of the ocean to do that. But Bishop's the kind of guy that would have thought of that ahead of time.
Yep, pretty much.
Not low enough to go scrape it off the surface of the ocean, but probably already thought about it.
Yep. We get to April and the election. Wait, the election's over. The orange troglodyte lost. We get to the mayoral election, and April is giving Baxter the business. And, you know, she's basically threatening him. She's basically not really blackmailing him, but, you know, she's putting him in his place, kind of.
She's got a nice little dead man switch for when that goes south for her friends, and that is awesome. Yeah. And Baxter is impressed.
Yep. We get back to the Turtles and Alopex and April and Casey and Lindsay and everybody. And, you know, Mikey's impressed with Jenica's mask, and Donnie's asking her if she has any complications, and not really. And Mikey's like, but we only use one weapon. Sure, Mike, sure. The Foot Clan belongs to Karai. Total sneak attack.
Yeah, except she, like Raph says, except she didn't keep it much of a secret. We knew that was coming.
Oh, yeah, we knew that was coming. And this is where we get Raph versus Leo.
And right here, these panels, Raph and Leo starting to fight, as I think some of the best art, inks, and coloring of what we have read tonight for this.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on, guys, stop it. Stay out of this, Mikey. Yeah, Mike, you don't want to interrupt our big, brave leader when he's finally got the guts to brawl.
Great expressions, great colors, great body differences between the turtles, the subtle differences in the shape. Oh, it's
so
brilliant.
Good. And the way the background colors are, like, obviously they're in April's apartment. Like, when Leo says, "Shut up," we see the bookcase and we see the color of the wall. And then they go into basically, anger effects and
vision.
Anger vision kind of thing. And it gets from yellow to orange to blah, 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 blah. And Raph is done sitting around.
Again.
Oh, look, Raph stormed out and slammed the door. Must be a Tuesday.
And he's like, he shouldn't have used the hallway as he storms out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Raph, perfect timing. Ready for more fun? Way past ready. So Baxter wins. And they're planning his
acceptance speech?
I was going to say winning speech, but acceptance speech. Up until the Mutanimals and Hob and everybody show up. And Raph and Mondo don't look like they really want to be there. Mondo more than Raph, because Raph doesn't even know what's going on.
Yep.
Mondo just looks really uncomfortable. He's like, no about all this. And we get Detective Lewis and Hernandez like we have before, so that's cool. Nice continuity with the NYPD. And speak of the devil himself. Good evening, New York City. Just a moment ago, my opponent called to concede defeat and offer their congratulations on my election victory. Look at all those signs. Talk about false advertising. Sally, do me a favor and take out that EPF truck, would you? What? Yeah, Sally doesn't want to do any of this, pretty much. Damn it, Sally.
I like what's going on in the background of those panels, where it's just these smudges of color in the background that look like people in the distance or people in the crowd.
Yeah.
That's another really nice coloring effect.
Yep, absolutely. So bring it. And we unleash Hun with the thing. And this creeps me out. I think it's time we exit stage left, Miss O'Neill. Raph, beep.
Ooh, and the flies come down to pick him up.
Yikes. So we get back to Lindsay and Leo, and is that the Mutanimals and Raph? Okay, change of plans. Mikey, Don, and I will take care of the rescuing Libby and Harold. Lindsay, stay here with Pepperoni. We're at safe for now. The rest of you, get over the election. Make sure April's okay. And drag Raph the hell out of there if you can. Again, absolutely love what's going on here. I love all of the back and forth, and Mondo tells Raph of Hobbs' secret plans, and we get the reveal of what Hobbs' plan actually is, and holy shit. He releases a mutant bomb. But not yet, because he sees the Slash clones and he's like, Slash? Clones, Hob, they've cloned him. Monsters. He throws the bomb, And it mutates everybody. Yeah. Mutates everybody in the area. What the hell? Holy crap, now you want to talk about The Walking Dead, because some of these mutants look like zombies.
I think they're mid. I'm going to pretend that they're mid-transition. That's what I'm going to think is happening. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of humans that are now looking like aliens.
Yeah, and that's not good, folks. Once again, love the art. I love how they're writing this and how interesting it is. And we cut back to Splinter, who is in his prison. And so I was not expecting to have the character that shows up to show up. I was expecting it to actually be Shredder somehow.
Yeah, me too.
That's what I was expecting, and then wake up, husband. Oh, fuck. Every time they've brought Tang Shen back, every damn time they make me cry. Every time I shed a tear when I see her. Shen, hello Yoshi, am I? No, you're alive still, though your pain is immense within and without. So they have a nice little chat here, and she basically tells him that the children still need you. Our sons, all the children, please do not leave me. Leave? Hardly. I've only just arrived. Oh, fuck.
Now I don't know oh yes, so the Rat King shows up.
Yeah.
He's there in this prison. That pulls a memory for me out of the Mirage series of Splinter trapped someplace and the Rat King shows up to help him get out. But Tang Shen showing up. I'm so thankful that IDW has brought her in as a character in the ways that they have in the past and here. Yep. Because she serves as a grounding influence on the Turtles and on Splinter when she shows up. It's very, very awesome.
And that's how we end 98. And holy crap. Just holy crap. Absolutely love it.
Discover a world of vintage and modern toys that's more than meets the eye with the Triple Takeover Toycast.
Hosted by toy writers and photographers Toybox Soapbox, 6.0 and TF Square 1, this informal and chilled out series of discussions cover everything from vintage Transformers to Mask, Diaclone, Microman and more, be it nostalgic or current.
Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual robot enthusiast, all are welcome.
Triple Takeover Toycast.
City at War Part 7. This is issue 99. This will be our final talk here tonight, folks. The art on this cover is done by Dave Wachter. It is Splinter caged with a shadow behind him. We start out in Area 51, Southern Nevada, USA, 1984. Hey! And this is where we see more origins with Dr. Yuhaza?
Yuhaz. Okay. Oh gosh, there's a story with that doctor. I've never had to say his name out loud, but that's a dude. Michael Yuhaz is in a number of the Turtles groups on Facebook that I'm a member of.
Okay.
He's a collector. I think he might even do a little bit of art or writing or fan page management.
Something. Okay.
And yeah, they put him in the book as like a thank you for something that he did. So like lucky guy, immortalized in the Turtle comic. I get a letter in the column, but he gets to be a character. I got to work harder.
Okay. Next mutant is Mr. Reed.
I would be a bear who wears a Hawaiian shirt and does woodworking. I don't actually fight. I'm a builder, not a fighter.
So we get to Area 51 and Bishop / John / whatever this guy is. I remember.
Right? Yeah, this is a long time ago.
Yeah, this is a long time. This is 84. So, the mic's still on. He probably heard you then. You heard. It's nothing, Dad. No, you're wrong, son. What's nothing is that loudmouth Colbert. Ha! Uh-huh. Next thing you know, they're going to throw Letterman in here, or Carson. Son of mine is a monster. We have this whole thing, and I don't know how to feel about this whole Bishop is some suit with, a little human inside it. I'm just not even... I love the continuity. I love that it's not... that Bishop isn't just another government agent kind of thing, that there's some sort of greater thing here. I just don't know what it is yet, other than the fact that this kid is in this human suit.
I think it was an excuse to make Bishop more powerful than the average human, and they gave him that backstory and connected it to the Utrom and Area 51 and the alien crash there. I don't know enough about Bishop from the 4Kids TV Nick series. No, that's not right.
Yeah, the 2003 series is when
that
Bishop...
one. Yep. Someday I'll watch that and I'll learn more, and then I'll be able to come back and we have to hit it again.
Absolutely. We get back to New York City in the now and in the present, and there's mutants everywhere.
Mutants everywhere.
Yep. Now that we know why we're here, should we get started, Mr. Jones? I told you the name's Hun. It worked, Ray. Look. All I see is trouble. Bishop, Hun, and those damn Slash clones. Yeah, that. Sally, listen up. Need you to land that thing ASAP and make it ready for passengers. Passengers? What the hell did you do, Hob? We're clearing you a landing zone.
So he's going to save all these mutant people.
That he turned into mutants.
Yep.
And as much as I don't like Hun, I do like some of his lines that he gets. Now the freaking dumpster's trying to kill us.
Referring to Herman.
Yep. Hurry up, Hob, damn it. This LZ's going to get hot again and real fast. Oh my god, they're all mutants. And if the EPF gets a hold of them, forget that noise. We got to help them get out of here. Raph, what the hell'd you get yourself into?
Way over his shell.
Yeah. Raph is like, what the hell did you do? This isn't just about you anymore. And I absolutely love... we get Angel and this one mutant lady. Where's my husband? I'm sure he's fine, ma'am, but right now you need to get on the ship. And Alapex comes up to Raph and Hob. Raph, what's going on? Alapex, that panel. Raph's face. Holy crap. You know what? People say these are just cartoons or comics or movies or whatever. The emotion that's on that turtle's face right now just says everything of how he's feeling. Like, he realizes something and then he just goes off. Like, he loses his shit.
Realizes, I don't think he'll ever trust old Hob again.
And we get the trash can stop firing. Yes. And now it appears they're all running. Sally, get that tub in the sky. New friends. Sit down and strap in, Pete. Because we're out of here. Where's Raph?
The mute animals are booking out of there as fast as they can. They did what they needed to do.
Yep. Gun it, Ray. Wow, and here I thought politics were boring.
And I thought insurance salesmen were pushy.
Pretty much, yeah.
When I thought that's, yeah.
Yeah.
Came to mind.
Yeah.
This was an interesting scene here. Karai invites all the gang bosses from the whole city back to the theater where Shredder said, I'm in charge now. And basically offers all of them complete autonomy and freedom to keep their profits as long as they stay within particular borders and rules. But Karai says that if anybody steps out of line, we're going to deal with it.
Pretty much, yep.
As I came across that page, I'm like, oh man, is she going to murder everybody and take over the whole city? Which seems to me like more of a Karai thing to do, but
yeah. It seems like I don't know what to think about Karai, because the way that they portray her, not just in these issues, not just in the City at War story, but in the whole series ever since she debuted. First of all, Shredder, Oroko Saki, is not her father. He's her grandfather. And Kitsune is her grandmother, which means that somebody else was her father, Shredder, and I assume Kitsune's son.
She's the Shredder and Kitsune are ancient relatives that she calls grandfather. Her father and would have been grandfather and the subsequent ancestors there were still maintaining the Foot Clan, but they were like regular boring businessmen. And
right, yeah.
Karai, when she looked at the history, she saw what the Foot Clan used to be and went kind of nuts, obsessed over it. And
right.
I think I can't remember what happened in that trade, but she might have killed her father and parents, and because they weren't tough enough, or she just completely ditched them, tanked the company and ditched them to come. And at that point, Kitsune had resurrected Shredder,
right,
and was manipulating him. And just because they are ancestors of hers, she's referring to them as grandfather.
Okay.
So this is not like the Karai from the 2012 series where they're directly related.
Right. Yeah.
There are a lot of panels with Karai in this story arc where the pupils get really dilated and tiny, and she's off the deep end. And the sensation that I get from her is, I don't know if you ever watched Avatar. When Azula at the end of the series starts going bonkers nuts because of the treatment, her father like throwing her aside, like I get that sensation from Karai where she's off the deep end,
right,
and is very dangerous for it. It's not that she's losing a grip on her power; it's that she's very dangerous for losing that grip. She's very controlled here as she tells the mob bosses what's up, but.
Tonight, everything changes, and the Foot Clan will step in quickly to correct your course. What up, NYC? Long time no stop. Yeah, Rock and the Bobster are back. Rock
Bobster. And their dinosaur.
Of course.
So they have the anti-pepperoni.
Yep. That's very cool. Very, very cool. Silence, cretins. Silent but deadly. We can do that, huh, B? You kidding? It's practically your superpower, Rock. Are there any questions? So we get back to Rat King and Splinter. Rat King says that he has the same troubles concerning them, the continued well-being of our progeny, and Rat King goes on and on about the astral plane and everything else and captivity, and he's basically trying to talk him into breaking out of here, and we see that he's trying.
Yeah, Splinter does not take the offer of a magical exit and is instead going to do it by his own will.
Yeah.
So he starts doomsdaying himself out of this box.
Yeah, and I do kind of like this. I think this is really cool. We get back to the Turtles and Metalhead and all of that, and they, we see them scaling the walls again. We see them... Oh, no. This is... not again. This is where... They have the zip line. They get down there. The three, Mikey, Leo, and Don, and they're spying on Metalhead, and because they're trying to save Harold and Libby,
who are building Metalhead a teleporter.
Except
I think his
it
plan
doesn't
is
work.
to get off planet, go find the aliens, or get to Area 51 and get the ship and teleport to wherever
Yep.
the Utroms are for, so he can
Yep.
learn their tech.
Definition of insanity for 500, Alex. You know what? That, as much as I love Harold, that line kind of stings now. Considering, obviously, considering this was made, I think, before Trebek's death, but because we're reading it after his death, I cannot watch Jeopardy anymore. These friggin' guest hosts, Katie Couric, really, seriously, oh yeah, it was Katie Couric. There was Aaron Hernandez. Ken Jennings did it for a little while. Ken was okay. I think LeVar Burton is probably, by the time this airs, LeVar would have already had his run. But I think, honestly, that's the best we're going to get is LeVar Burton doing Jeopardy. And, so Metalhead gets angry with them, and Donnie shows up. Donatello?
I've got this.
We need to talk. No talking! You are done sabotaging my plans. Ow. Look, this needs to be a fight. I said no talking! What the heck's Donnie thinking? Is he nuts? How are we to know what Metalhead gets it from? It's okay. Donnie knows what he's doing. I hope. Wait, you kill me and you won't know the truth about the teleporter. Which truth? It's not broken. You are.
Yeah, as we entered this scene, Metalhead was freaking out about some computation not working with the portal. He was going over it and over it in his head, and he couldn't make it work. Like, to him, if you walk through that teleporter, he doesn't think you end up on the other side because of how it disassembles and reassembles, and it's bothering him. And Donnie is throwing Metalhead off here by saying, it's because you don't have faith in that external thing, whatever that is for you. You don't have it. You're so grounded in logic that you don't have faith that you'll come out the same on the other side, and you can't logic yourself out of that. And Metalhead doesn't exactly have this moment, but like robots do in some of these things, it's like, does not compute, does not, and he's not having a good time with that.
Nope. So the last panel here for Donnie is fine. Just give me a second to readjust my job. Always with the choking and the smashing. Sheesh.
Great line from Donnie.
Yep. We cut to the outside because they are literally right outside with the EPF and like you said, Donnie tells him that he's not, it's not the teleporter, it's him, and again, it's going to show you this whole thing about, like what Harold and Libby were telling him earlier, ingenuity, imagination, things humans have that artificial intelligences or robots do not have. And Donnie's whole thing is, sometimes to have faith, it's standing right in front of you. And Donnie goes through the portal. And then Metalhead just kind of gets shocked.
Well, Donnie leaves, and he's gone for a second, and when he comes back, he appears right behind Metalhead with the shot grenade.
Yeah, the shot grenade.
That he grabbed from Harold's lab.
Yep, Harold's design. I tried to warn that glorified toaster the joke was on him. It might be on us, too. Bishop just showed up, and he's got that idiot Hun with him. Not good. So basically, the turtles are going to teleport. And they did. They teleported right in the middle of the Foot Clan.
Bringing the fight to them.
Pretty much. So it's interesting here. We have the we have Karai and Kitsune, and Kitsune wants to thank her. Yes, if not for your recent actions in Japan, And here, the steps I take next would undoubtedly have been far more difficult than I now anticipate they will be. Steps? What steps? The game is still afoot, young master, and we all have a part to play. Karai, you! And, yeah, Splinter is doing his damnedest to crack that wall.
Rat King's still trying to bait him out of it, but he's not going to take it.
The time has come to finish this. Hi-ya! Farewell, Rat King. Perhaps, or perhaps they are one in the... Oh, farewell, Rat King. Why waste the time with curtsies, you silly old fool? Either freedom awaits or death. Perhaps, or perhaps they are one and the same.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
don't say that, Splinter.
Right. Yeah, really. And then teleporting into the Foot Clan is the Turtles and everybody else, essentially. They're still running.
And Kitsune took the Kira no Ken.
Yep, took the sword. And Bishop and everybody is right behind them, so it's basically a chase, folks. Basically a chase.
So the Turtles are after the kids, trying to save them.
Obviously. And they have to fight the EPF and Hun and the Slash clones and
Bebop and Rocksteady show up with their new catchphrase.
Free refills.
What's that even mean?
Yeah, really. It means we need to get moving. Come on, Mike. Leo gave us all a job to do. Time we get busy doing them. I love seeing Bebop and Rocksteady back amongst everybody now. It was great when we did their own little series earlier this month, but just seeing them interact with everybody, holy halitosis. Ooh. So Mikey and Donnie break into the room where the orphans are staying. Mike, Tommy, Trish, what the heck are you kids doing?
They're all dressed up like Foot Clan members.
Ooh, them, the bad guys.
Koya and Bludgeon.
Yep. We got Bishop versus Leo. Again, you talk about lines and you talk about ways that comic books do backgrounds and character stuff. This panel here with Bishop and Leo going at each other, the movement lines in the background, again, from the yellow to the orange to the red, and just the way their character stances are, it's just so good. And she's ready to kill Splinter. Meet your fate. And no. And she goes on a killing spree.
Yep. Takes it out on the Foot Clan members around her that Splinter's gone.
Yep. We get back to the Turtles and the kids and Bludgeon and Koya. And, they're getting their asses handed to them.
Because nobody in Alopex show up. Everybody's here now.
That's right. What's up, guys?
This had to have been just incredible to plan out and plot out all of these characters showing up in the same spot, pacing.
Absolutely, yep.
And it's magical. It works.
It works so well. The whole fight, everything about it. When you're just reading it or when you're going through it like we're going through it to talk about it here, it's just, you have to just kind of pause on some of these panels and we get the reveal, at least to the Turtles, of the inner human inside Bishop. That's a little creepy. I mean, even though we've seen it before, but
it's always a little weird.
We get back to Bebop and Rocksteady. Juniper ain't even putting a dent in this supersized stupid shell. And Roberta's out for the count.
As The mutant / crushes his chainsaw.
Yep. These guys kind of rule. Everyone's having fun except us. Time to change that. Bishop's going to share that turtle twerp, whether he likes it or... Where do you think you're going, Dad? Holy shit. I was not expecting Casey and Jenny to show up.
Yeah, the next 2-page spread here is amazing.
It is.
Every mini battle has its own color and
okay, so every mini battle has its own color, and it is wonderfully laid out. And they're all turtle colors. Every last one of them. If you look, there's blue with Casey and Jenny against Hun. There's kind of an aqua green with the Rocksteady Bebop battle kind of thing. There's red for Karai, so red for Karai and Raph. Blue for Leo and Bishop. Orange-ish for
Don and
Mike, Koya, and Bludgeon. And then even some purple for Hun and Casey, and it's all turtle colors. It's just so good. Granddaughter, you have arrived just in time. And to witness the return of the dragon. Oh my god, and that's how issue 99 ends, folks. Alright, so, first of all, this is friggin' amazing. I know we kind of went through this panel by panel, folks, but honestly, that's how I like doing these, because it's one of those things where it is so good to see those little things, like you've said before in other episodes that we recorded this month and when we've been doing this Turtles thing this whole time. Sometimes you miss things in reading the story.
Yep.
And then when we go through it, and we go through panel by panel and whatever, we see, sometimes I'll point stuff out to you, and sometimes you'll point stuff out to me, and I didn't even notice that. And this is a little silly thing for me, but it's like, man, whatever happens to New York City, I hope Woody the pizza guy didn't become a mutant. Because that would just suck. I absolutely loved issues 96 to 99. I think the story is great. I think that the characterization is all great. I love, as you said, how many characters they've fit into this thing without it feeling like there are too many characters.
Yeah, by 100 issues in, if you've been paying attention, you know who everybody is, and if you've been reading the miniseries, you know who these people are, and this is just the reward that we get. And this is where comics typically don't make it anymore. 100 issues in. And even more than that if you count the miniseries, because for a lot of people that continuity gets deep. You don't get new readers in issue 80 or 90 in a book like this. But yeah, IDW does a good job of bringing people in. Of course, we're all familiar with a lot of these characters because we grew up with them, and I think that's maybe one of the reasons, one of the ways they've been able to survive to issue 100 and beyond.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's so good. There's nothing here that I dislike. There's nothing here that I don't just have sheer enjoyment for, because it is so good. It's just so freaking good. It's so good. So, even though we have read issue 100, we'll cover it in a special issue because of what happens at the end of 99 here with, Enter the Dragon. half a second I had a Bruce Lee theme in my head, because Shredder in Hell takes place in between issues 99 and 100. So we have to cover that first. We have to cover that to get to the next thing. It's kind of like I had to tell you that story to tell you this one. It's just one of those things where every moment there's not a dry emotion in the house for it. There really, really isn't.
That was a good, yeah. But I'll be excited to reread that one. Something was weird about my life when I was reading that, and that's another one of those books I don't have a good memory of, and I remember reading it going like, I can't tell what's going on. So I will definitely be good for a second and third reread on that, and I think we'll be bringing that's what we're bringing the good people next, right?
Yep, that's coming up next.
All right.
Here inside the pull bag, where can the people get a hold of you online, sir?
Please get a hold of me at facebook.com/geekstuffgarage sale. Probably doing a sale this year, so we'll be making announcements there, all free. And I take messages there. So, hey, if you want to talk Turtles, connect with me there.
Absolutely. And as always, the link and everything else, I think, should be in the show notes. I am at TFG and Mike on Twitter. You can also follow at the Pullbag on Twitter. Check us out on Facebook and hear all that info in the outro. And yeah, coming up next, we've got Shredder in Hell. And I'm not normally one for Hell stories. It's just not my thing in general, but there have been several over the last few years that I kind of like. And here's hoping to see Shredder's journey through Hell and see what that's all about. And yeah, that's coming up next week here inside the Pull Bag. Make your great escape into comics, and we will catch you next time.
Great. Terrific. We're on the run, and that idiot wants to chit-chat. Well, what is it?
I just want to make sure that... Okay, 36 seconds. This... Oh, don't hit the X button, you idiot. Why is... Oh, that isn't closed. Oh, I know why it's looking like that. This is episode 23. Okay. Or 423, I should say.
In small doses. Through future mutants.
You'll have to get through us first, pal. Yeah.
A pleasure.
That's... Oh, crap. My thing is messing up. God damn it. Edit point. Son of a bitch. I hate this. 4914 edit. Stupid Comixology. Work, damn you, work. Stupid thing. Load, damn it, load. Stupid internet. Come on. Open, damn it, open.
You've just heard the latest episode of The Pull Bag, the GCRN's first comic review and discussion podcast. There are several ways to get in touch with us and leave feedback for the show. You can visit the website, geekcastradio.com, where you can comment on the episode and all of our different podcasts. You can rate and leave a review for the show on iTunes. Be sure to leave us feedback. Become a fan of us on Facebook, facebook.com/thepullbag. Send us an email, feedback at geekcastradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at thepullbag and at geekcastradio. So until next time, make your great escape into comics and unleash the geek in you.
I must congratulate you. You passed your test with flying colors.
Test? What test?
Your hairy little friend knows me as Oroku Saki. But you may call me the Shredder.
A kitchen utensil?
You would be wise to lose your flippant ways if you wish to join the Honorable Foot Clan.